Story is filled with strange and grotesque events, but few are as bewildering as the Cadaver Synod, a real trial where a dead pope, Pope Formosus, was exhumed, dressed in papal robes, propped on a throne, and put on trial by his successor, Pope Stephen VI. It sounds like a tale from medieval horror or dark satire, but it really happened. In January 897 in Rome, Pope Stephen VI ordered the corpse of Pope Formosus exhumed for trial, an absurd and disturbing event that has fascinated historians for over a millennium. The Cadaver Synod reflects how toxic early medieval papacy politics had become. This was a time of revenge, power struggles, factional rivalries, and religious hypocrisy. Formosus's life and death became a tool in this deadly game of politics. Formosus, born around 816 AD, had a long and turbulent clerical career. He served as Bishop of Porto, diplomat to Bulgaria and France, and was respected for his intellect and political skills. Yet, he made powerful enemies, was excommunicated at one point, and returned to become pope in 891. Inheriting a divided Rome. Formosus invited Arnulf of Carinthia to invade Italy and depose Emperor Lambert of Spoleto, whom he saw as a threat to church independence. He crowned Arnulf as Holy Roman Emperor, but the victory was fleeting. Formosus died in 896, leaving unresolved political tensions and a city seething with resentment. Stephen VI became pope in 896, backed by the Spoletan faction, seeking to avenge Lambert and discredit Formosus. Rather than simple denunciation, he exhumed Formosus's corpse 9 months after death for a public trial. The decaying body was clothed in papal vestments, seated on a throne inside the Lateran Basilica. A deacon spoke on Formosus's behalf, while a council of bishops and clergy tried a dead man for crimes against the church, including usurping the papacy, violating canon law, and crowning an illegitimate emperor. The trial quickly became a morbid spectacle. Stephen VI raged, accusing the corpse of corruption and betrayal. The deacon attempted to respond for the dead pope, but Stephen flung the corpse's hand from the armrest and physically shook the body mid-rant. The clergy sat in stunned silence, witnessing a scene that defied all norms of justice. The corpse was found guilty. Formosus's papacy was declared invalid. His papal garments were stripped, 3 fingers used in blessings were cut off, and the body was buried in a pauper's grave. Later it was dug up again, dragged through Rome, and thrown into the Tiber River. The grotesque nature of the Cadaver Synod shocked the people of Rome. Riots broke out, turning public opinion against Stephen VI. Within months, he was imprisoned and later strangled. The event became a lasting symbol of ecclesiastical madness. Later, popes attempted to restore dignity. Pope Theodore II reburied Formosus with honors. Pope John IX annulled the Cadaver Synod, forbidding any future trials of the dead. Despite these efforts, the legacy of the Cadaver Synod remained a stain on church history. The Cadaver Synod was politically motivated. Stephen VI sought to erase a rival's legacy and assert factional control. The papacy was a prize, not just a spiritual office. Control over coronations, bishop appointments, and church legitimacy was fiercely contested. The late 9th century marked the dark age of the papacy. Popes were often murdered, imprisoned, or bought by secular forces. The Cadaver Synod was a vivid symptom of a church in collapse, where politics overshadowed piety. The Cadaver Synod remains one of history's most macabre episodes, where politics, religion, and madness collided. Formosus lost the trial, but Stephen VI paid with his life. Over a millennium later, we still talk about it. The story reminds us that power unchecked becomes grotesque, and justice without principle is theater.